Let's see. Are you coming through? Make sure. Let's see if it goes through for everyone.
Happy birthday, are
Yep.
you?
Alright. Yep. Alright. Alright. So, audio is coming through. We're here. What's up, everyone? So today we have I'd say it's a pretty important stream that we have going on today. For today's events, we are going to be talking about chapter 282. We're going to be talking about episode 5 of the anime. We'll be talking about the U20 teaser trailer that we got, and then we'll be revealing the information that we have about the New Gen 11 fan movie to you guys. But that's going to pretty much just go in that order. So the information on that's going to be at the end of the live, just that way you guys stay, because we, you know, want you to stay for the good stuff too, because that's not just to, you know, here for the announcements and shit. So, wait for some people to get in. Opening thoughts on this chapter going into it. Like, I was way more hyped for this chapter than, like, the majority of the previous ones. Like, the past 3 or 4 chapters, I was excited for this one more than, not like in terms of actual reading, but like anticipation. I feel like those 3 chapters were good build up to like write this chapter here, especially with the title of like Need You. It was very likely gonna be very important, you know? What did you think? What about you?
Well, we thought, me and you, because of how Isagi ended off talking about Kaiser.
Yeah.
From his perspective. We thought, oh, Isagi and Kaiser are going to team up or something.
Oh yeah.
And as much as in my head, I don't ever see that happening. It definitely seemed like it was going to be the case.
Yeah.
But we were basically expectations were thrown out the window because we got something unexpected but greatly appreciated, as we will talk about in much more detail as we go through the chapter.
Yeah. So, in reference to the stuff itself, we have the chapters itself. We have 2 chapters left until um 2 chapters left until the end of the game. Very, because there's 2 till the end of the volume, so it's likely that they're gonna end the game on these next 2 chapters. We don't have any English leaks. We just have the high quality scans, and we're gonna just go off some rough translations. So they're not gonna be 1-to-1. The official, not the officials, but the English translated scans will probably come out maybe tomorrow. If not, the official one's gonna be coming out Tuesday. So got that. But aside from that, let's get this here, and let's just get into the chapters. So the chapter begins with the announcement that the star change system has only 59 seconds left, and Loki managed to fully steal possession of the ball from Noah. And so it pretty much picks off where it happened last time. The announcer's talking about the star change system, and Kaiser is still pissed from the last chapter. Isagi says, "Is Kaiser really not a genius?" And going on to page 3, he says, "Now that I think about it, everything that he has said and done until now was perfectly understandable for me. Even the Kaiser Impact, the fastest kick in the world, is a weapon calculated by the brain. This isn't unimaginable sensuous strength like Rin or Loki, but the strongest type of design imaginable to the world." And then Isagi says, "The world? Oh, that's it. A talented learner must be a world-type egoist." And he says within ego types, I thought more about the self type and the world type. The world type categorized by performing best to do things that seem worthy to the world, and the logic that drives talented learners. Could they be the exact same thing?
Mm.
He continues by saying, does that mean that genius equates to the self type ego? Wait, think about it. Pursuing what brings value and meaning to oneself is what creates the inspiration and inventions of the genius. So, it's gotta be this. Wow, I'm actually getting hooked on this analysis. On page 6, he says, geniuses can be found because prodigies are there. They admire each other, confront each other. Because I was fighting with that ego, I realized that geniuses and prodigies aren't in a hierarchy, they stimulate each other in a relative way. So, at this point, what do you think up to this point of the chapter with this new kind of ego
Mm.
identification and categorization?
um, Here's the thing. I think the build up and result of certain aspects when it comes to Isagi doesn't seem like it totally relates.
Hmm.
Because how does he logically get from this to his new evolution? It kind of spurs out in a way.
Yeah.
Whilst I appreciate Isagi's new mindset, does that drive him to where he is able to tap into a new ability or new evolution? Not
Yeah.
really, because he's less confronting his own limitations rather he's confronting the mentality of others and comparing himself to those.
Yeah. Like, it's very it's very odd how you could get from just him like, oh, the ego types, because the egos were just one like solid rock ego, that was what he thought it was, and then it branched out to like the self type and the world type, and then it branched out again to the individualistic or holistic, um like, I mean, what is it? It's world and it's holistic and
Yourself,
individualistic. It's self.
yeah,
Yeah, but it's restrictive and freedom.
yeah.
It
So
was freedom and restriction, and then self type and world type, and now he's branching off again with genius and prodigy and shit like that. But it's all like
it's an appreciative aspect because this is the psychological standpoint of it, in which of course we've got to know following the main character who is this much of a hyper analysis individual is really appreciated because you can understand the mentality of different individuals with different egos. But at the end of the day, this just runs into an issue of how is he physically capable of evolving when this is all so mentally forcated?
exactly like it comes down to how can yeah, because it's just a mindset thing. Like, but with Easy, we've always seen like as soon as he like understands something, that's the key piece to his evolution. But in this point, I'm with you. I don't see how him just kind of redefining something he already knew is gonna
Mm.
help him anymore. But
You got an addition, right? You got an addition to, of course, the thing which he's been studying this entire match,
yeah.
and through that he evolves. Through
Hmm.
through that he evolves. But I want a pure explanation of how he is physically capable of reaching that point instead of it being mentality based because he's thinking about the egos, he's thinking about that, he's not thinking about anything he should do differently. He's so focused on other players up until the end of this chapter that it completely subverts from them getting rid of all his hyperfixations.
Yeah.
So it makes me question how he gets to the later point in the chapter. I do appreciate it, but it's just confusing. You need to set some ground when it comes to him reaching this next stage because I don't even think anyone can explain it. All we can explain is the fact that like our speculation of his newest ability.
Yeah. Um. But yeah. I. And it's weird, like especially with him just kind of redefining like the self type and world type with like genius, because like he's kind of just like re-giving them names, like rather than self or world, it's genius or talented learner. He's just giving him a new name. It's like having an equation of like, oh, you had 1, and now it's 1 plus 1, and it gives you 2. And then, like, instead of having that 1, you just
This
replace
is
that 1
kind
with
of
2 minus 1. Like, it's
this
still
is
the
kind
same
of the
thing.
thing on which you were talking about because you were just like, Isagi needs to realize that geniuses don't exist,
Yeah. Like, he's kind of
and that's sort
restating
of
it.
and yeah, that's sort of this is sort of that way of saying geniuses don't exist. They are individual types, self types.
Yeah.
Because all players come down to a specific ego at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And
Like,
now he's realizing he isn't a genius himself. He's a individualistic, a talented learner
yeah. And
who.
I think this chapter marks like a month-long length of Isagi finally under. It took him a month to understand that geniuses just don't exist. Really,
Yeah.
it's weird. I don't know. But anyways, we can continue. Let me pull it back up again. And of course, it wants to disappear. Yay! I hate everything about this crap. Oh no, it's here. I'm smart. So, the chapter continues with Loki rushing towards the defense, and Archie says, "Let's make a numerical advantage." And Hiyori comes in and says, "Okay, here comes the cover." And Isagi says, "My head is clear. I can actually do this." Until now, I was trying to compete with geniuses on their turf, but I'm simply a prodigy. To show my talent, I need a different way. Genius and prodigy, self-type and world-type. If talent and effort won't coincide, nothing can happen. So think like a prodigy. What do me and Kaiser, who are the same types, can do to fight these geniuses? He thinks about Kaiser's performance and he says, he started shining this match when he threw away his fixation on me and all of the choices he made until now. The moment he threw away the semblance of rationality, the moment he threw away the semblance of rationality, so I should get rid of my fixations, my rivalry with Rin, my ill will towards Kaiser, and my admiration for Noah.
Now this makes more sense to how he got to the current point,
Yeah,
right? Because Kaiser evolved and came out much better with understanding in the type of player he actually is.
yeah,
Because he thrives on a restrictive environment.
exactly.
And now Isagi is realizing his way of play through going back to zero because he's the only character out of Kaiser Rin and himself who hadn't done that yet.
Yeah. And then
His
yeah,
growth
continue.
has been stagnant basically.
Yeah, he's been
And
very.
mm,
Um, he continues, and Isagi says, "The essence that remains in me right now, as Isagi starts to lock in, his eyes become the flow eyes again. All the puzzle pieces start breaking off of him the same way. I really like the. We'll pause real quick. I really like how this panel really like mirrors Kaiser's of like how all the
mm,
flower petals flew off of him.
mm.
Like here, let me pull it up just really quickly. You go to the website. I'll pull up the exact panel because I think it's such a cool like side by side that they just are nearly identical. To some extent, I think it was 266. No, that was when he scored his goal. No, it should be like the chapter with Kiora. Where is it? I'm going. I'm finding this thing. Oh, here it is. So me, no screen on. I'll send you it too if you don't have it already. But like this chapter of like Kaiser, the panel of Kaiser with all of his flower petals falling off is like nearly the same as the one here with
Mm.
Isagi, and I really love that. I think it's so cool.
Mm. Mm.
And I think it's a really nice comparison. But anyways, Isagi says that the essence that remains in me And as Isagi awakens, he says, the only thing that remains within me is my desire to win. That's right, I can be the best in the world. As Isagi fully awakens for the second time, Omnivision. I don't care, call it whatever you want, I'm calling it Omnivision because that's what it is.
Meta brain.
Metabrain, Metaflow! Woo! But yeah, Isagi awakens Metavision for the second time. Noah and Loki start clashing again, which I'm confused how Noah caught up. But whatever. Like she says, follow Noah, and Loki says, I'm not gonna let you, and he sends a pass, which lands directly at Rain's feet. Igaguri's there, and he says, hey, you whirlwind monster. And Rain says, if we crash, it's gonna be a struggle again, right, you monk actor? That's why Loki sent it to the open space. And Rain immediately blows by Igaguri with 0 difficulty, and he says it's a sign to not crash with him. And he immediately flows right by him.
Yeah, the approach there is of course expected. Rin took on a less logical approach when approaching Igaguri, which always resulted in him failing.
Yeah.
So for that moment, he had to be more careful.
In Rain's defense, he only got stopped by him one time because he wasn't expecting it. The second time, he purposefully shoulder charged his ass. Like,
yeah, that wasn't Igaguri faking a foul. Like people point to that and be like, Igaguri should be on the pit. This is so stupid. Rin fucking tackled him. Rin fucking.
yeah. Also, what do
To
you
the
mean
fucking
original
moon.
childhood ego laughing face? I never said it was his childhood ego. It's not. He doesn't have a childhood ego.
Bro, I have a childhood ego, and it was when I cried all the time.
Yeah,
Think I want that shit?
I was a little bitch. But Rain breaks past Igaguri, and Lucky says, yes, that's it. And one of the bastard defenders, I think that's Menser, says, cut his course. And Rain says, come at me then. I want to dive directly to that monster break spot. Which Rain decides to break past both of them incredibly easily. And the final 2 pages, Isagi shows up and says, that's not nearly enough, Itoshi Rain. You want this Isagi, don't you? And he says, if you're the monster on the genius side, I'll become the monster on the prodigy side. As Isagi begins to challenge Rain with his kit absolutely glowing right now. His hair is now white, and he has omnivision in his eyes. And the
I
last
think
statement...
I think Rin is slightly baffled because like this is also way behind Rin, and somehow Isagi got in front of him.
Well, to be fair, he had to do a cut around. He had to do a cut around Igaguri, and then he was getting
Yeah, but
held off slowly
he
by these
definitely
two.
wouldn't have expected that. So
No,
this Isagi
yeah,
is proving to have, of course, upgraded physical attributes, being much faster.
yeah. And I'll explain my own thoughts on why I think why he got there so quickly after. But yeah, he says, let's do this. It's the new Isagi. Come on, Rain. And the final remark of the chapter here is, the two clash again. Be prepared for the unknown shock that awaits beyond egoism. To be continued in the field offensive and defensive.
Mm.
So the reason I think Isagi was able to show up is I've mentioned this to Ravin, is that this Omnivision, what we see here, is not only a true awakening of Isagi's flow state, but is also an upgraded version of his Metavision. Now, with Metavision, it functions nearly identical to the process of his spatial awareness. So, Isagi is reflexively thinking, yes, but he always acts by seeing, thinking, and then moving. That's how he's functioned with Metavision. And that's exactly the opposite of how you need to access flow, right? Exactly as he already said, move reflexively and think reflexively, do all of it reflexively. Isagi doesn't do that anymore with Metavision. This ability allows him to reflexively see, think, and act, like all in an instant, all combined together. And that is what I believe gives him this true flow state, because he's doing the requirements for flow and he has the metavision pattern, right? And with with this omnivision, he's able to move exactly to where he needs to be to not only go to the most not the most rational spots, but the most dangerous and unpredictable spots given your opponent. With Rain, he's gonna go to the most dangerous location. When we saw it appear in chapter 274, he was able to use this vision ability and rush to the spot that size illusion was in, which was considered to be the most dangerous spot. Right? That's what Easy was able to see with Omnivision. And once he got there, his Omnivision turned off because he was already there. But now, when Isagi is truly in this flow state, that he's like understood his ego, he understands how to get there and the mindset he needs to have when entering flow, because flow is again a mindset thing. He has this permanently on, and the unique appearance to him, the glowing kit, the white hair, the stuff going off of his face, is a signification of this being a flow state, because Green flow state is different, and then you have um his like Botcha's monster trance aura covers him. It's a whole different appearance. That's what I think this is.
Mm.
And the reason Isagi was able to get no,
It's
continue.
always engulfing it's always engulfing individuals. That is like the true immersion of flow. But then again, we could also say like there's different levels, there's different aspects of it, and it felt like Isagi never really embraced his true way of play. He always tried to play with a sense of like forced upon logic ever since joining Bastard.
Mm-hmm.
So now he can play as the reflexive individual that shined first in the third selection.
Yeah. Also, Hamid, you say Omnivision. I think you're watching too much Ben 10. Omni isn't a Ben 10 word. You think the word Omni came from Ben 10?
Definitely, bro. Haven't you seen Omnitrix?
Omni is in Ben 10, yeah, but it doesn't mean it came from Ben 10. The word Omni existed way before Ben 10 existed. They just use it.
I beg to differ.
I'm sure you would.
You're actually incorrect.
Notice how I actually don't give a fuck. But I'm calling it Omnivision because it sounds cool, and
It sounds cool, definitely.
it sounds better than something
Like
like a meta flow.
you think of anyone watching Manchester versus Chelsea? No, I support Liverpool. I don't really give a shit. Um, um, I believe if you can think of a better name, I will change everything to do with my mindset towards Omnivision and only call it what name you came up with. But Omnivision so far is the coolest name. So yeah.
Yeah, you notice the profile picture actually talks when he talks now? Yeah. We found a way to hook that up, so now when Raven talks, you can now get an indication when he's speaking, when he's not. It's cool. It's a cool feature. He figured it out.
Yeah, because it makes it more engaging, guys. Come on, look at my mouth
Wouldn't it
open.
wouldn't it just be vision since he's acting reflexively? No, because he's seeing, thinking, and acting reflexively. But the moment of this is that with Omnivision, that puts it above Metavision. In my theory, is that Omnivision itself puts it above Metavision because he's inputting information quicker. He's inputting it more effectively and faster. With Metavision allowed him to see everything. But his information processing and his thinking didn't really change. But when he's in flow, his mindset is like it's going like crazy. That's how this Metavision or this upgraded version of Metavision functions. It goes quicker, it thinks he can think quicker, he can understand faster, and that's how he's able to compete with those unpredictable characters like Green, because he's able to process every moment as quickly as possible and automatically know that's where I need to be. And then he reflexively is already moving there while he's interpreting and everything. That's why Isagi was able to get to the stop in front of Rain before, like, even though he was behind Kaiser before. He was able to get there because he's already he already got to, also, if you kind of think about it, they were pushing offense. No one Kaiser were pushing up. So they're pushing up the field. Loki came in and stole the ball. When Loki's pushing back, Isagi is kind of in front of Loki, but he's behind him in a sense. Until Loki turned around, he was behind him.
Mm.
So Isagi didn't really have to run that far, especially because he was already behind. He was already behind Loki. Can you personally use Omnivision IRL and on stream? Yeah, you just don't have the ego to see it, bro. Like, I have it right now, but you aren't on my level. Like,
Yeah. By the way, I actually have Emperor's Eye, so I would use that to actually predict the future of how this stream would actually go. Like, for example, someone else typing in chat eventually. Whoa.
watch no one ever type in chat ever again.
Everyone's just gonna prove me. Oh, we got it. We got one.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, it just comes down to mostly like, I don't think that for real. I swear he always teleports whenever he steals the ball in the manga panels. I mean, he's not really teleporting. He was already like he
No,
was
you know
already
what? I
done the
agree.
pins.
Maybe Isagi should stop fucking moving.
Yeah, you're so
Stop
right.
playing the game, Isagi.
Oh, you wanna call it super metavision? Like that isn't the most dumb shit I've ever heard.
No. This is what we do. So, okay, so we go Metavision, which is base form, Super Metavision,
Don't do it.
Super
I know.
Metavision 2,
Fuck you.
Super Metavision 3,
As soon as
Super
I
Metavision God, Super Metavision Blue, and then Ultra Instinct.
ultra meta instinct vision, throw everything together. But yeah, that's basically is that he's moving while thinking and doing it at a higher rate than he was with standard meta vision. That's how he's able to get to this point. Omega vision. No.
No.
Omni just sounds better just simply because it's relative to Omni referencing like omnipotence, god like, and Metavision was already considered to be god-like vision, but it's not even at that point anymore.
A god's perspective. Oh, you know?
But yeah, his hair color is changing because he literally is Gojo now. White hair, blue eyes. Tell me he's not.
Gojo came back, but in a different manga. No,
Oh yeah.
I'd win. All we gotta do is add text on here for Isagi saying, "Nah, I'd win."
Yeah, right here. Nah, I'd win. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna color it and have it be nah, I'd win.
I'm not. I'd win.
Nah, nah, I'd win. Yugi vision no diff. You're so right, bro. You give me his vision no diffs in every circumstance ever to exist.
Bro, Yukimiya's vision's so goated.
It's
You didn't
so good.
even see this coming.
Oh yeah, 100%. But now that we've reached the end of the chapter, what would you rate this chapter?
I gave it a 9.1.
Yeah, I mean that too. I'm very excited for what happens next week, especially since the
Because we're
chapter
biased.
we're biased 100%. Plus, gives us more content to talk about the manga, which means more views. Reviews. Because that's usually what happens whenever we make a video like this. Videos pop off. Extendo said it was Dragon Force. 100%. He's so right. He's so right. It's Dragon Force. But, anyways, so going into. Let me just throw this back up. So, the anime episode. We can talk about that now. Actually, no. Better yet, we'll stop before getting to the anime episode. Raven, what are your predictions for the next chapter? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, to think that it is a defensive chapter, I'm going to assume it's going to end with someone on Bastard getting the ball.
Mm-hmm. Do
So
you know who?
Isagi is about to approach Rin. They're gonna have like this cool cinematic face-off, and Rin's going to try and alternatively pass towards Loki, where Noah would actually take on Loki in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then Isagi sweeps in, steals the ball from both Loki and Noah, and then he starts his charge up the field.
Yeah. I want the chapter to end with basically what we were supposed to get with that one chapter where Narin and Isagi matched up for the first time, but it ended in like 4 pages. I want a full chapter of a one-on-one, especially because Metavision is supposed to be is a defensive ability, and Isagi is now playing with the upgraded version on defense. I think it'll be really interesting to see. I want like a Rain versus Sai matchup type shit with this next chapter, and I need the ball to end with it dropping like luck directly to Ness, and I need it to end on Ness. That's what I need to happen.
I do want to see the Isagi and Ness pair up. Imagine if both our theories came right. You got Omnivision, I got my prediction towards Ness and Kiora teaming up with Isagi. Imagine
yeah.
that. Then we get views.
Honestly, I think it'd be interesting if Ness passed to Kiora and then Kiora made the decision because like Ness is like I can't choose, I don't know what to do, I don't want to pass to Kaiser. Like
You make the best choice, and then he
no, like
passes
he
to
saw that
Kiora, and
he heard he's a
Kiora gets
borderliner.
through.
Like he heard he's a borderliner.
Kiora,
He's been abandoned by Kaiser. He's like I don't know what to do. I'll pass it to you. Send it to who works. Type shit.
yeah, and that will be Kyora's way of getting through because having another vital game pass would actually make sense to how he gets a high enough bid to get through.
Yeah, I could see that as well.
Especially a game with the two undefeated teams. So basically the result assist of that would actually be immense enough to where he gets a high enough bid. Ness is not scoring. No, of course not.
No, we never said he's scoring. We're just saying he gets the ball.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna
If
score.
Ness ends up being a genius, genius don't exist. No, there's self types and world types. Isagi said so. He said in this chapter.
Yeah, we read what Ishiki says. But if Ness ends up being a genius, I'm pretty sure he is. I mean, isn't his like ankle thing something that like he can just do from like birth? Like it's just naturally for his body, like how Nagi can naturally trap. Ness just has naturally flexible ankles. Like, am I making that up or?
I'm maybe not. I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know. But I don't. I think Ness is a genius. I think if his ankle technique is natural, I would consider him to be one just because of the genetic component in that aspect. But yeah, I'm with you on that. I think this chapter was very good. I think it was probably one of the best yapping chapters in my opinion.
Huh?
I said that this chapter was probably one of the best yapping chapters we've had in a while. Like just straight
Yeah,
yap.
I would say so. Of course, I believe the final three chapters. This is the talking. Then the next chapter is going to be and I don't know how they're going to pace it because they need a lot more manga panels to be done in order to make this flow well enough if Isagi is going to score. But I assume the last ever panel of this of the chapter 2 weeks from now is going to be Isagi scoring the final goal.
Honestly, alright, hear me out on this. This is my prediction. Calling it right here. Do you think it'd be interesting if the chapter ends with Ness getting the ball, right? Following into the next chapter, Isagi, like in the following chapter, Isagi rushes up the field. So there would be 284, the chapter that would end the volume. The chapter that would end the volume. Isagi rushes up the field. We don't see any of it. All we see is Ness. Ness starts breaking through on a solo run, right? And he's like, no, I'm going to pass the Kaiser and prove that he needs me, type shit. Like he's being a dependable little bitch. As he goes up there to pass the Kaiser, he sees Isagi in the perfect spot. Like if the Kaiser's gonna be like the perfect spot for him to score is right there, and Isagi's already right there. Kaiser's nowhere near him, and reflexively, like he did with Baro, kind of not reflexively, but like in a way that like Ness just reflexively, basically, like Isagi just looks over at Ness, and Ness just like feels something and just sends a pass directly to Isagi.
He wants to feel that magic inside him.
Exactly.
What, you don't word it like that? Were you gay?
But it's a matter of I think that it would happen reflexively, just how like Isagi just kind of reflexively ran at the start of the series when he heard Ego's speech. This like seeing Isagi right there, feeling the magic again, he reflexively just sends a pass. I think that's a good way if you want Isagi to score. I think that's a good way for it to happen. You know what?
Okay.
After this video, I'm gonna make that a video. I'm gonna make that video because I feel very confident in it. I now have so many videos I need to make.
You need to do now. You need to do. You were struggling. You were like talking about your lack of video plans, but now you with these recent chapters, you're just like, finally something.
But yeah, that's what I think. I think that would be interesting. I think that's how, if Isagi does win, I think that's how it happens.
Yeah, that does sound very solid. In all fairness. Era and Raven, when I look at Ness and Hiyori, Charles, three of them reminds me of Tony Cruz. What am I supposed to respond with?
No, Noah could have removed Ness, but he kept him in the match. Exactly. Ness hasn't done really anything. He could have got rid of him, but he didn't. He's gonna have some role. I think if Ness gets the ball from Isagi and Rain's like duel, it goes to Ness. Isagi immediately rushes up the field, going to the perfect place to score from. Not based off of rationality, based off of like, this is the best spot to score, using his Omnivision. Ness sees that, expecting Kaiser to be there, but sees Isagi. Isagi looks over, basically does the pass it to me thing he did to Botto. Ness reflectively sends a pass, and Isagi scores a goal. I would be livid in a good way. I think it'd be phenomenal.
You wouldn't be livid then.
I would be
livid is mad.
I'm going mad crazy.
Okay, you'd be going banongadongs.
What if BLUELOCK was a Pokemon project to produce the world's best Pokemon trainer? That'd be interesting. How would it work though? How would the selections work? For a selection, like how the selections work?
We can cook with it. Don't worry. We'll put that on the hob.
People need to realize reading the game doesn't mean you have the power to keep up physically or skill-wise or stop them. Yeah, but if you can read the game with Omnivision, with what Isagi's doing, it can predict the unpredictable, like I'm predicting. Predicting a lot. If he can do that, going up against Rain, this unpredictable character right now, is the perfect matchup. Because Isagi is going to basically reflexively defend in the way that Rain wants to score. If Rain wants to score by... It basically is. Well, not really. If Loki doesn't win, I think we don't get that cliffhanger in the World Cup arc. I think no matter what, I think it'd be interesting. I wish Loki does score, but I think I'm leaning towards more of an Isagi goal right now.
Yeah.
That's how I can see it happening. But yeah, I think this chapter was interesting. I enjoyed it.
Agree.
Yeah. Alright. Shall we get into the episode review? And the trailers? Alright. So, episode 5. We got the BLUELOCK 11 being chosen. We got Sai picking Shido. And we get the U20 team introduction. And flow. And we get the flow discussion. Out of all those things, what would you rate that episode? And why?
I gave it a B. And I'm going off actual letter rankings because tier list purposes. Yeah. But it was basically what I perceived as episode 1, but the only reason why I found this one to be worse was because of me not coming back to the anime at first. Like you rate the first episode so highly because it was the first episode coming back, but now it's kind of like, this is just an explanation, but which is good. It was good.
Yeah.
I'll admit. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it was a good episode. I enjoyed it. I think it turned out pretty good.
Agree.
Please don't call it Omnivision unless the Vision. Please next time come up with a better name. Thank you. What? You came up with Super Metavision.
Come on, guys. If you want us to call it something different, come up with a better name.
I'm gonna call it whatever the hell I want.
No. They gotta come up with a better name.
You guys called it Berserker Mode before it was even called Berserker Mode. Would you comment on me calling something, huh? What's the problem with that? You guys want to call it Berserker Mode before it was even coined that way.
It's called double standards. Leave them a bit.
Oh yeah. I think I have a fuck to give somewhere. I can't find it. I don't.
Hold up! I went to this concession stand. Oh, they're not. They're selling fucks. Oh no, I have no money.
Oh look, a vending machine.
Oh, the fuck got stuck.
I love that shit so much. That's the best robot chicken thing yet.
Bruce, it's been 5 years. You still owe me $16. Fuck off.
But yeah, I'm calling it Omnivision until it's given an actual name, or until another cooler name is provided. But I think Omnivision is the best name I've heard so far for exactly what that is, because no one else has given it a name so far, and the ones that have given it a name suck. Anyways, the
Hold up.
the episode overall thoughts on the topic.
So, I of course there was no match in that match gameplay, which made me kind of happy. Not seeing a match for once. No, I didn't have much negative to say about this episode besides the fact like Oliver IQ's eyes are blue again.
Yeah.
Puzzle Vision, a perfect. It's exclusive to Isagi. Might as well name it after him.
Yeah, I think Omnivision. Do you think Omnivision is something? I don't think Omnivision is something anyone can get.
I would only give it to one other person.
Who?
A future rival. Someone who's been built at the beginning of like a World Cup arc, and then Isagi finally faces him and realizes, oh my god, this dude is the same as me.
Oh, so you're not saying like anyone currently that we know of?
No.
What about Ultra Reflex Metal Vision?
Oh yeah, okay. You know what? I'm about to change my thumbnail.
I'm gonna change. Yep, yep. Ultra Reflex and Metal
Everything is
Vision.
changed. It didn't even spell ultra right.
He didn't even spell meta right.
Metal. No, I feel like metal was purposeful, right?
Or the Renegon. You're so right.
Bad.
We're just gonna call it the Renegon from now on.
Come on, Metal Vision. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What about Snuffy? Snuffy?
I wouldn't give it to Snuffy, because Snuffy functions all about rationality, like all about like concrete strategies with backup plans. He doesn't really do anything that's out of that comfort.
He's also an all-arounder player, and I believe this leans into just the striker variant.
Yeah.
Snuffy's not really a striker.
Prodigy. That's.
That's a good name.
That's not bad. That's the better ones I've heard. That's one of the better ones I've heard. But I think it just sounds so stupid, in my opinion.
Yeah, but that's like meta brain.
I don't think. I feel like it. Here's the thing. I think Metavision and Omnivision, I could hear in BLUELOCK. Prodigy, I don't ever hear that. I can't hear them saying.
No, Hypervision.
That's close. That's not bad. It's just I don't. I think Omnivision sounds good because Omni literally means omnipotence and godlike vision.
Okay,
Isagi with Metavision can't predict the future, but a god's vision could.
I raise you this. You're racist.
Shit.
I do like the sound of Prodigy. That's a good one. Good
yeah,
job.
I don't mind it. I just think the Prodigy, like it just sounds like you're mispronouncing prodigy.
I'm the Prodigy. Prodigy.
Did you ever see like the original Venom trailer where they called the symbiotes symbiotes? That's what I'm getting reminded of. Like,
God's
dude,
eye.
You're nothing but a prodigy. Prodigy. Shut the fuck up. That's what I'm expecting. Yuki's vision. Yes, I understand. Yuki's vision is the best. Okay, we get it. Raven, say something. I just screamed at chat. I feel bad now.
I got a new name. Omni awareness.
We should call it homosexuality.
Omni awareness.
No, I wipe. No, I don't wipe. I don't wipe back to front. I wipe from left to right.
How about you eat my ass?
Okay, I will.
Okay. You know what?
So
It sounds good right now.
so then that we've covered. I thought the episode was great. You guys, my review of it's up. My reaction is up there. You guys go ahead.
My review is at the.
Yeah, his is up. Go check his out. Go watch our reviews if you want to hear more in-depth thoughts on the episode itself. Going into the trailers, though, I'm excited for him. I'm excited. May I cope? I cope, so I don't care. I'm going to be happy about it. Raven, what did you think about the trailers?
I personally didn't really. But have you seen the Have you seen the Japanese hate comments? They're
No,
fucking ruthless.
no. I really want to look this up now. Like, is it on the actual thing?
Do you want to read some?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're hilarious.
BLUELOCK U20 teaser trailer. And oh, I see a big difference in the comments. The Japanese are glazing it, and the others are just hoping we get the best animation for this part only. We're having PNGs with this one. The Japanese, wow, Reed and Sai are so cool. Others, I must scream, but I have no mouth. Oh, here we go. Translate to English. Oh yeah. Then what are these Japanese fanboys? They've been talking about Reed and Sai standing next to each other. It's so nice to see Reed and Sai next to each other. All of them are. The back view of the Itoshi brothers is too good. Reed and Sai's backs look too emotional. What the fuck am I reading? Every Japanese comment. Every Japanese comment is I'm not even lying. Reed and Sai side by side. Oh no, please come next week soon. For some reason, I moved when I see Reed and Sai side by side. I hope to get back together soon. What the fuck is happening? What am I looking at? It's so nice to have Reed and Sai next to next to them, even though I'm scared because I'm put. What am I reading?
Hold up, let them cook.
I support. I'm glad I supported Reed and Sai. Too emotional. What is happening? The drawing is too good.
This on screen, man.
This is ridiculous. This is so stupid. Hold,
This
I gotta.
this is what more worth doing than the reviews of the episodes.
Oh, 100% here. Let me. Right here. Check this shit.
Cyan Rin are so emotional.
Please check this shit. Here, I'll move it over so you can actually see like the full comment. Check this shit. It's like. Hold up, like. Comments. The one with Reed and Sign facing their backs is the back of the portrait on the official website. How sloppy.
I'm glad I supported Rinsei. Too emotional.
I like that Reed and Sign are side by side. It's almost every Japanese Hold up. Now
just likes them side by side, man. What's wrong with that?
Let's go to the Let's go to the U21 though. U21. Let's see if there's any comments here. Here we go. POVs like this usually only use scenes with good animation, but even the most important animation doesn't move, so I guess that's about it. This is definitely a still image. They're saving the budget for the U20 match, my ass. Seriously, the manga is more moving. I would be happier if they did a voice comic with the voice actors. I have no complaints about the voice acting. From what we've seen in the preview, the animation is worth like a picture story show. For anime fans, please read the original. The original works much better. The original work is many times better drawn. Oh no, this is no good. In the first place, it seems the director and other things have changed from the first season, so the second season will change from the variety of still images and extremely rare production. It's a very long way off, but I don't want to see the Kaiser impact with this drawing. This probably will have to do with the. Oh yeah, so this is one I actually saw from an actual animator of the anime from the first season. Like that, it's the people we should be mad at are not the animators because the animators themselves they know can actually animate and they had animated more stuff, but it was the production committee and Kodansha I think it's called that they need to be mad at. rather than the actual animators themselves, because the animators can animate, and they've shown that they can animate because they've shown footage.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. Why of all shows does the production committee want to fumble Blue Lock, the show about literally greedy people? Like,
Um, it goes to show that there was a deeper message behind this all. The author, the creator of Blue Lock, actually knew that this would happen. That's why he's taking this this approach with the greedy, like higher ups, wanting money from Blue Lock, and now it's also tackling the perspective
maybe
of greedy.
maybe they're
anime
doing this shit
corporations.
animation until now because after this match is when Blue Lock really starts to get their funding. So going into the NEL, they want to keep it. They want to keep it realistic. So once they get to the NEL, they'll have the
Yeah, right
funding
now
of.
it's running low on funding.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Vector.
I mean, to be fair, this match was made to get funding. Like,
True.
so I don't know. I think this is their best shot. I think. Let's be honest. No matter how much you want to say, "Oh, the animation's ass," you're still gonna watch. No matter how many times you say, "Oh, I'm not gonna watch it," you're gonna watch. You're still gonna watch.
Nuh-uh.
I realistically don't see anyone complaining. Oh my god, I'm not gonna watch this shit. Actually, stick to it. Even Shadow and Ryuga, the two biggest complainers about the animation, the two biggest drama queens, they're still watching it. You want to say, "Oh, it's mid, don't watch it." You're gonna watch it, no matter what. You're gonna watch it because you like the series. How they should just make Blue Lock a live action. At least it will be moving. I don't know about that. Have you seen the stage play? We're gonna
I,
pull the stage play up.
I'm about
I've
to
seen
move
the
across the
stage play.
screen. I'm about to move across the screen. Like
I've seen the stage play. It is not moving. Let's pull this up. Oh, why does he look like that?
never knew,
Why does Ego look like that?
never knew you got an ass like
I mean, like
that.
if Ego was live action, I could see him looking like this, but that is just uncomfortable.
I don't see what you mean. Probably because I haven't seen it yet. Bro, that's disturbing.
You see what I'm looking at? This I don't know. I don't know. You want live action motion. I don't know if this is it. There's not a lot of I don't see a lot of motion here. If I'm being 100% honest. My question is there I saw a clip of them actually using you know what? I might just make a whole video reacting to the live action stage play. This is the look at fucking Chickadee and Zantetsu
Borrow.
running. Did you see Chickadee and Zantetsu running? This is the funniest shit. Hold up. I need to see this shit again.
Bro, I looked at Borrow and I was like, what?
Watch them running. Watch Chickadee and Zantetsu running, bro. Now, I'm not making fun of the actors. I'm making fun of the whole entire concept of a fucking stage play for a soccer anime. Not to mention, they had an actual soccer ball. What happens, be honest, what happens if they accidentally kick it too hard and it hits someone in the crowd?
um, then they lock off. This is
We don't
gas.
care
What
about
do
Blue
you
Lock.
mean?
We want the movie. Brother, you saw the episode Nagi movie. Are you sure you want the U20 match to be portrayed like that?
Yeah,
90% moving footage?
yeah.
Okay, Raven, you're banned.
Well, the thing is, episode Nagi actually had movement.
It did for the clips that for the 45% of the movie that wasn't reused footage, and the 25% that
Yeah,
wasn't CGI.
yeah. And
And like what? That leaves like 20%
what's
of
your
the
point?
movie. That leaves 20% of the movie with moving animation. I
Yeah,
think,
and
but they also cut out like half of the story. Like they removed half of the crap. So I don't know. Anyways, so we've gotten to the part of the stream where we are going to be revealing the new Gen 11 poster for
Whoa.
Project. So
Yeah,
I'm going to
this
tag
is
everyone
something
in.
which you guys can be excited for.
Yes, because we're actually going to be putting in effort.
We aren't going to underpay our animators. No, we're just not going to pay them at all. I'm terrible.
We're not paying them at that, nah. Let me post this up. So let's drop it at 1 o'clock on the dot for me. So it would be 6 o'clock for you, I think. 6 or 7.
Oh, okay. It'll be 6. Well, I'm not getting paid.
Let's keep.
You will.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Don't know. Don't let them know. Wait. But yeah. So we're gonna be dropping it in 5 minutes. So once it hits 1 o'clock EST or whatever time, in 5 minutes we'll drop the poster and we'll give some information about the movie that we have so far and such. I'm very
Come on,
proud of
let's
our
gather around the
writers and our
campfire.
team. I'm very proud of our writers, our artists, and our team. Yeah, we don't have short deadlines. I've told our animators, get this to me when you get it to me. As long as it's good
Yeah,
quality,
if
take
this
your time.
releases in 5 years, so be it.
If it releases in 5 years, it releases in 5 years. Will voice actors get paid? Yeah. Everyone's gonna get paid.
Yeah. Unless you want to do it for free, in which case we won't say no.
Yeah. Like our writers, they want to use this. They want to use this as a portfolio thing. So they want to use this as something they could put on a portfolio. Like I wrote, I helped direct, I helped do the art, I helped do the character designs, I helped do the animation. They want to put this on a portfolio. Which, if it does blow up as a project and do really well on social media, that's honestly that's really good for something you can do on a portfolio because you contributed to a project that was viewed by a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so we'll be dropping the news in 3 minutes now. So if you guys have any hot takes you want us to talk about for the 3 minutes while we're here, we will.
Yeah, submit one hot take and I will judge you.
Actually, here this
I'd
rather the anime go on break. That's a good one actually. Not even a hot take, but that's something I wanted to mention. Would you rather they did like a 2-week break between now and the actual U20 match?
Would that change anything? Because I thought like it wouldn't. Because if it was for the case of like they have a break in order to fine detail of the final product, make it look a bit better, they would of course need more than a 2-week break.
Yeah. How long would you be
I
willing
would
to
say
wait?
Another year, man.
Another year? But like if they said they'll take
Yeah.
2 years, would you be like, no, that's a little much?
Well, they are working on 8 episodes in comparison to the original season 14. I would rather have waited 2 years for the whole season to be better.
Yeah. I'm just disappointed they cut so much out. Like they cut out Shido versus Kunigami. In episode Naga they cut out so much out. Like
Yeah.
honestly,
Disappointment.
you know what we should do as fans? We should go in and animate the moments that were missed. When the new Gen 11 movie is done, we as fans will go through and reanimate the movies that weren't there. We'll reanimate the moments themselves. Because, they don't want to do it, we'll do it. And we get 2 minutes until it drops. How's your day going, Raven?
Oh, it's all right. How's your day going?
Pretty good. I will say this, in terms of getting paid, the voice actors who have the more prominent roles will get paid more than the voice actors who have like 1 or 2 lines. Like, I hated the Bato versus Nagi in episode Nagi movie. I absolutely despised it. Will I ever do a last minute update of who will make top 23? Probably not, because I won't have the time.
We have 2 weeks. No, not 2 weeks. 3 weeks.
Oh, then yeah, probably.
I already have my final top 23. I believe that Isagi and Rin are going to end up being on the same amount of bid.
Well, the colorists and animators get paid. Yeah,
Everybody will get paid.
eventually.
Funding is needed.
Yeah, we need money. We're poor. I'm already trying to put in money for my
Alright.
for this project for my own. Like all my YouTube and TikTok money has just been going directly into this movie.
Hurrah!
I need to
Okay,
learn to have an Italian accent to get a chance to get Lorenzo. Just drop free money to the fans. Well, fans give me money so I can drop something to you. I can't. I need to pay people to get this project done.
Alright, we go reveal the poster.
All right. So I will pull up the poster in 3, 2, 1. That's not it. That's Kaiser.
Ha!
That's the wrong thing. I forgot to hide my screen. So just the image of Kaiser going back to 0 with the flower petals. What's the thing that dropped? All right.
That's our poster, guys.
For real though. 3, 2, 1. Here's the poster. So I'll pull it. I'll make it bigger for the stream. This is the movie poster that we have for
Way!
the.
Way! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's so cool! Oh my
So
god.
this is the poster. I'll make it as big as possible. Here we go. So this is the poster. Um, I'll hide I'll hide the layout so you guys can get a good view of it. This is the poster. It is called BLUELOCK New World,
Whoa.
with the caption of "Defend Your Title." Um,
Mm.
you can see Kaiser, Lorenzo, and Sai here. We won't be giving out the characters. I wanted to give out the character designs, but Raven's like, nah, hold off on it. So we're gonna hold off on actually
We're
giving the
holding,
character designs.
dude. We are holding off on it. There's a reason why. Come on.
There's a reason why, because we're nowhere near done.
If we
But
drop it all, it is nothing else to tease. I know you're ambitious, but come on. You guys have got to wait for this shit.
yeah, but this is the poster we have so far. Please do me a favor. I'm gonna post on social media right after the stream. Hold off your posts on it until then. Um, I'm gonna literally, if you guys wait till 2 o'clock to post about it, I will post it, and then you guys can tag it. You guys can tag me on all the posts about this. I would love to see it. Love you to spread the news about it. But yeah. So the basic plot of this is there are 3. No, you're gonna get paid. All the animators are gonna get paid. Um, no one's getting paid now because you haven't done anything. That's why. You haven't done any work yet. That's why you're not getting paid yet. But the movie is called BLUELOCK New World with the caption of "Defend Your Title," and the movie, the premise of it is that there are 3 players who have come to challenge the New Gen 11 for their title. So in doing so, they've been placed on a team to defend their title as New Gen 11, or as the next generation superstars. That's what their name. That's what this is. You can see Lorenzo, Kaiser, and Sai in their uniforms. They are in some black, white, and blue kits. And yeah, I had a colorist, which I want to shout out really quickly. I'm gonna pull up his Twitter because you guys need to see his art. He does some amazing stuff. I drew the actual art itself, but I had him color because his colorings are insanely better than mine in terms of the anime style. I absolutely love him.
Mhm.
So he is this guy right here.
Way.
This guy. So please, everyone, go follow him right now. He makes some insane colorings. Like he did that. Like look at this one. Like he did this one of Isagi and Nintendo all in the anime style. He did this one Zantetsu versus Raichi in the anime style. He did the Kaiser Impact in the anime style. Yukimiya anime style. Noah and Kaiser. Like he does some incredible work with his style of animation. Like I think you guys have probably seen this on social media before, at least once. He did this one too. Like he does some incredibly good work. And I really think you guys need to go follow him. Because again, insane work. I appreciate him. He helped out on this. Like I couldn't have been able to get this poster done without him helping. So please go follow him. He deserves the attention. I'm gonna leave it in the description of this stream. So please go over and check him out. But I will say this other BLUELOCK characters. I don't know. I can't say if there's gonna be any other BLUELOCK characters part of this team. Maybe there are. Maybe they ain't. I will say there are going to be other BLUELOCK characters in the film, at least. So the community will have a chance to voice characters like Isagi, Rin, maybe some other intense characters. I'm not gonna give an idea of who, but go check them out. I hope you guys are very excited for the movie with this poster. Yeah, I'm gonna post it on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff now. I'll throw it in the Discord. So yeah, you guys want to make your posts on it. Yeah, you guys do the work. Raven, you have anything you want to comment on?
Support the movie, support a project in which the quality. We will ensure that it's good.
Yeah. And again, we don't know when this will be done. It's gonna get done when it gets done. We want our animators to have as much time as possible to make a product that they are happy with and that they don't feel rushed with making. So, it might take a year, might take 2 years. My goal, maybe have this out by the time the NEL happens. I think it'd be really cool to have this movie come out when the NEL happens. Will there be fan-made chapters? I honestly would be really interested in making this into a manga itself for manga fans who would rather read a manga rather than watch a movie that I would want to release at the exact same time. So I think it'd be cool. But yeah, if you guys are interested in supporting this movie, you know what to do. Leave super chats on this stream, on videos. They go put directly into a fund for this movie, and I appreciate you guys for giving us your support. Yeah, Raven, anything you want to add before we call it? Because that's pretty much it for the stream.
Jimmy Neutron is an inside job.
All right, I appreciate you. All right, thank you guys so much for supporting us, and I will give you more updates as we progress through the project. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning into this stream. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week, which, by the way, I'll announce it now. We're going to have another voice actor interview next stream. So you guys are excited for that too. We're going to have another voice actor on the stream next week.
Do we say
No,
or shall we wait?
I'll save it for
We're interviewing Deku. I'm kidding.
I will say though, it is a character who was introduced this season. I'll just leave it at that. We'll be interviewing voice actor someone this season. So hope you guys are very excited for that, and we will see you guys in the next stream, which is next week. Yeah, go support Raven. Go follow him. Enjoy the videos. We got some. I would like to say it's gonna be one of my best edited videos tomorrow. Go support him. He's got a really intense video coming out tomorrow. So yeah.